I've been feeling a little bit demotivated lately, and recently I really find myself just trying to sink back into some old games. You know, those comfort games. Maybe those games you played when you were a kid. You know, for me personally, I remember starting World of Warcraft when I was about 10 years old. And it's a big part of my life now. Maybe you guys have a game like that. That one game that you always find yourself returning to, maybe when you're just going through something, working through some things. I like to think that most people have a game like that. I picked a Night Elf because I find this zone to be probably one of the more atmospheric zones. There's something really just calming and peaceful about it, which, you know, I mean, makes sense, right? Is it supposed to be the Druid zone? I'm not a huge fan of the old sounds, though. It's nice to just listen to the rain every now and then. Right, we've killed our 4 young thistleboars. Possibly the 50th time I've done that. What am I missing? Oh, right, they're the night sabers. I need to go find the night sabers. There they are. I'm sorry to be doing this to you again, Night Saber. I'm sure you get sick of seeing me here. I have fond memories, I think, of when I was probably around the same age. When I first started, you know, being 10 years old, as I said. Just making... I remember I couldn't quite work out what I wanted to play, and I'm pretty sure I played every class and race combination in the span of just a few weeks. I did actually settle for an Orc Warrior when I was 10 years old. My first character that I really stuck with was an Orc Warrior called Urzanor. I loved that character. I had no idea what I was doing. I would just walk around, kill things, pick up quests because that's what I was told to do. Funny story, actually. When I was really trying to learn how to get better at the game, I made a friend. And I remember all my friends back in the day on WoW were always much older than me. And I asked him, you know, how did you get so good at the game? Like, what did you do? How did you make your money? How can I get better at the game? And I'll never forget. And he replied to me, and he said, "I farmed." And me, being the naive little Orc Warrior noob that I was, replied, "Well, how do I farm? You know, where do I find the tools to farm?" And he was confused by that. And obviously I had what he quite literally meant farming, as in a hoe and digging, gardening.
What brings you here?
The balance of nature. You performed your duties well, Alyssa. Let's get ourselves some archery training gloves, yes. We are a druid with archery training gloves. Ah, the beauty of Shadowglen never ceases to delight my senses. Yeah, me too. If Ilfalane, I've probably butchered that. Me too. This sigil was given to me by a messenger from our druid trainer, Mardant. It seems Mardant would have words with you when you have a moment. Read it and bring it to him afterwards. Okay? The balance of nature. Thinning the younger population of creatures here in Shadowglen was a good start, Alyssa, but there's still work to be done. The resources of the forest will be depleted too quickly if the problem is not addressed. Killing nature's beasts is a necessary evil for the good of all who share the land. Venture into the forest and slay mangy night sabers and thistleboars in the name of balance. Okay. So I have a quest up here. We'll pick this up too whilst we're here. Why not? Thank goodness you are here, Druid. Strange news has travelled to me through the whisperings of the forest spirits. The mysterious woodland protector, Tarindrella, has returned to Shadowglen. The Dryad's presence has not been felt in the forest of Kalimdor in years. Something is surely amiss if she has journeyed back to this land. Seek out Tarindrella and see what business she tends to in our grove. One of the sentinels reported seeing her to the southwest of Eldrasil.
Goodbye.
Okay. Sure thing, buddy. And what have you got for me? A friend of mine named Iveron usually visits me at the same time every day. The strange thing is that he hasn't been by today at all. He's 0 hours late, in fact. I admit, I'm a little worried, Alyssa. Iveron spends a lot of time over by the cave to the north, and I'm sure you know how dangerous it is there. Spiders everywhere. You know, we don't like spiders. If you happen to be going that way, though, will you keep an eye out for him?
Goddess watch over you.
Yes. What do you want to do first? I suppose we'll go do this one. It's just up the road. Or up the tree, rather. Ah, you wanted me to read the sigil, right? Okay. When word reached me that you were ready, I sent this sigil immediately. All the Sonoris druids take great satisfaction seeing our numbers bolster. Spirits even seem to have become stronger with our enhanced presence. In time, and with some patience, hopefully our strength will return to its former grandeur. Find me at the top of Eldrasil when you are ready. I'll be your guide as long as you are in Shadowglen. The druid trainer. It's very nice of him. I wish he lived a little bit closer, but hey ho. Hello, Mardant. Ah, young druid. I see you're eager to continue your studies. Good. I wonder, have you spent much time in the Emerald Dream already? Perhaps you're not prepared for that yet. In time, I'm sure. But until then, we should discuss other matters. I will be your mentor and guide for now. It is my duty to teach you how to interpret not only what the spirits communicate to us, but also the complexities and secrets of the Emerald Dream. As you learn and grow in power, you will learn more of our sleeping trance. But until then, return to me as often as you like, and I will teach you what I can in the ways of our kind. For anybody wondering, this is Classic WoW as well. I find Classic WoW to be just a lot more slow paced and more calming. I suppose we'll just go do that quest, seeing as we're already here. Let me know, guys. Maybe there's somebody that'll see this video. Maybe somebody out there will take something from it, maybe enjoy it. And if you happen to see this video, let me know. Let me know what your comfort game is.
No trouble?
Something evil is brewing in the forest of Teldrassil. Look along the hills to where the peaceful furbolgs used to dwell. They have deserted their homes and are amassing under the name of the Nullpine tribe. Only the corruption of wicked Felmos could cause such a transformation. The Grells and Grelkin have infested the area and are threatening the residents of Shadowglen. Engage these Grells and Grelkin, Nylissa, and see if they are indeed caught under the enchantment of the wicked Felmos.
For the trees.
And that's just here, isn't it? Yeah. I forget how quickly you lose your mana in Classic WoW. A couple of casts. I have to use my staff. Oh, I should probably start casting again. Whoops. Maybe I should have made a hunter. Might have been a little bit easier on the ears. I can't believe it's already been 6 years since Classic WoW's original release. Almost feels like yesterday. I remember I was going out that day, and I actually made a point of getting home early, just so I could play Classic WoW on release. If some of you guys played Classic WoW back in 2019, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The hype back then was just incredible. Wasn't a fan of the queue times. That was very disappointing, because obviously I got home that day after being out with my family, invited a bunch of friends over, because obviously we were going to set up like a bit of a LAN party, and I think we were playing on the quote streamer server, and the queues were just massive. I remember we had to wait about 6 hours to get on. It wasn't even uncommon for people to actually join the queue before they went to bed so they could play in the morning before work, or maybe queue before they go to work and get on as they get home from work. And it was like that for weeks. But when you got on and you were playing, it was the greatest feeling ever. Very memorable moment in my life. Getting friends and family back together. Not for a very long time, but that's okay. Satisfy my suspicions, Nylissa. Bring to me. Yes, there you go. Your service to the creatures of Shadowglen is worthy of reward, Nylissa. You confirmed my fears. However, if the Grells have become tainted by the Felmos, one can only imagine what has become of the Nullpine tribe of furbolgs who once lived there. Oh, sorry, who lived here. Should you find yourself in Dodonar, able druid, seek out the knowledgeable druid, Aphrodis Bearmantle. Aphrodis Bearmantle, that's a cool name. He shares our concern for the well-being of the forest. Okay. I will take the canopy leggings. We've got a new quest here, we'll pick that up too. For the spiders, we'll be going that way anyway. I came to Shadowglen to observe the webwood spiders that dwell in the Shadow Thread Cave. They are cousins to a much smaller variety of spider. I believe the world tree has had a profound effect on them, and I would like specimens to study to confirm this. First, I would like some of the venom. Gather webwood venom sacs from the spiders in and around the Shadow Thread Cave to the north. I can then examine them for similarities with their smaller cousin's venom. Okay. So we've got a lot of quests to do north now. We'll head that way. There are the lightsabers. Unfortunately, I never got to play through all the phases of Classic WoW when it was released. Back in 2019. It was a lot of fun, but unfortunately didn't quite make it past the first stage of the game, I suppose you could call it. But that's my fault for playing on a PvP server. I could listen to this rain for hours. Oh, out of mana again. I'm gonna whip out the staff. I guess we'll start heading towards the spiders now. We'll pick them up as we go. Oh, we've got somebody else here. Wild Whisper. Playing on a hardcore character. Didn't we kill Thistleballs earlier? I could have sworn we killed them earlier. I'm so sorry, boar. Let's see if we can go find Iveron. I think he's just up here around the corner. There he is.
Hello.
I'm so glad you found me, Nelissa. How did you know I was here? I was bitten very badly by a spider named Giphius the Vile while exploring the spider cave very close to here. I'm sure I have been seriously poisoned. You must help me. Please tell Derania Silvershine. She will be able to help me. Hurry. Hurry, I'm so dizzy. Okay, I'm hurrying. I'm going, everyone.